example 7 on page 544, solve this radical equal to 1 plus another radical. Alright, so we start with two radicals. The goal is to leave one radical on one side of the equation and another radical on the other side of the equation. And for this example, this equation already in the form that we desire, which is one radical on the left hand side, another radical on the right hand side. So we're given 2x minus 5 equal to 1 plus square root of x minus 3. I will use the principal power that say if the equation A equal B true, you can raise to the n root on both sides, and the left hand side still equal to the right hand side. So the n is the exponent, some natural number. I will select that based on the index of the radical. The reason is that we want to remove the radical. So because the index of these two radicals are 2, so I'll select 2, okay? Square root of 2x minus 5, 1 plus square root of x minus 3. Now, because the index 2 and this outer exponents also 2, they match. That means you can simplify this radical to 2x minus 5 equal to, for this I'm going to use the formula for squaring the binomial. This case we have plus, okay? So the formula is a squared plus twice times a times b plus b squared. I'm going to apply these formulas here. I would get a squared, which is 1 squared, plus twice times a, which is 1, times b, which is square root of x minus 3, plus b squared, which is b, which is square root of x minus 3. Okay. These are different terms you cannot combine, so just rewriting this and simplify. 1 squared is 1 plus 2 times 1 is 2, square root of x minus 3 plus. Now for this square root, index is 2, outer exponent is 2. That means you can simplify this square root to x minus 3. Okay? And then simplify, we have 1 plus, the like term right here is negative 3. 1 plus negative 3 is negative 2. These remaining two terms are different, so you cannot combine them. So just rewriting this, x minus 3 plus x. Okay. Alright, and you see for this, by now, this equations only have one radical, so which is good. We start from 2, and now we only have one radical. Now, when you have one radical, your goal is to isolate the radical alone on one side of the equation. So let's keep this radical here on the right hand side. That means I will remove these two terms. So plus 2 minus x plus 2 minus x, okay? And then simplify. 2x minus x is x. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3 equal to 0. 2 square root of x minus 3 is 0. Alright, now we have this step. We're going to apply the principle of powers one more time. The goal is to remove this radical. So I'm going to square both sides. The reason I'm square, I'm using n equal 2 because the index of this square root is 2. Okay? So don't confuse, this 2 here is in front of the radical. Index is the one on top here. Because this is square root, we don't write it. Okay? But it's index 2 here. That's the reason why I picked 2 at the exponent. So square both sides. X minus 3. 2 times x minus 3. Okay? Now for this, I'm going to use the formula for squaring the binomial. Very similar to this, but this time you have the negative side. So the formula is a minus b squared equal to a squared minus 2 times a times b plus b squared. Okay, I'm going to use this second formula here for the left hand side. So x squared, so a squared is x, so x squared minus twice ab, so a is x times b is 3, okay, plus b squared is 3, so 3 squared, x squared minus 2 times a times b plus b squared equal to, for this, you're going to square the coefficient first, so 2 squared, okay? Now, because this index is 2 for the square root, the outer is have the exponent 2 matched with the index. You can simplify this radical as x minus 3, okay? And simplify, we have x squared, 2 times 3 is negative 6x plus 9 equal to 4 times x minus 3. Now, as you see, there's no more radical. That means we can solve for x now. We can solve for x by using the principle of power, the principle of 0. You can solve for x from this step using the principle of 0. That means you need one side of the equation equal to 0. Let's move this term to the left, okay? Or remove it so that you have the 0 on the right hand side, okay? So I'm going to subtract this term, okay? And I'll continue here to the right. So you can, all these is x squared minus 6x plus 9 subtracts 4 times x minus 3, right? 4 minus 4 times x minus 3 equal to 0, okay? Now we can use the principle of 0, but before we can use that, let's simplify what we have on the left hand side. So x squared minus 6x plus 9. Distribute this negative 4 to each term. We have negative 4x, positive 12. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12, okay? Equal to 0. Checks, make sure everything's correct. Minus 4 times x minus 3, x squared, x, yeah. Now, combine like term. X squared is only, that's the only term, so you're just rewriting this as x squared. 6x, you can simplify with negative 4x because they are like term. So negative 6x subtracts 4x is negative 10x, okay? And then 9 and 12 are like term. You can combine them as 9 plus 12 is 21 equal to 0. This is trinomial, so we're going to factor this trinomial. Now, you can factor this using the four methods. X times x. X times x is x squared. 21. You can think of factor of 21 is 3 times 7. 3 times 7. That's the only two factors of 21. We can think of 121, but yeah, that's another one. So 2 ways you can factors 21. Now, c is equal to 21, right? And c is positive, so the side of the factors of 21 will be the same as the side of b, which is negative 10, because b is negative, so all these factors of c are negative. So which one is that? That when you take the sum will equal to the b, negative 10, not this, right? Look like this one. I'm using the FOIL method right now, okay? So I'm going to test, because I'm using the FOIL method, so I'm going to test if it's true. So negative 3x, you multiply negative 3 times x is negative 3x. You multiply the outer, x times negative 7 is negative 7. So you take the sum of these two terms, negative 3x, positive times negative is negative 7x. Simplify, you get negative 10x, which is the middle term here. X times x squared is this term. Negative 3 times negative 7 is positive 21. So you know that you got the two correct factors for the trinomial. Again, this is nothing new. You can review it if you don't see it. So, using the principle of 0, we can factor this to x minus 3 equal to 0, or x minus 7 equal to 0. Okay? Solving for x, adding 3 on both sides. X, this is 0 equal to 0 plus 3 is 3. And then or, and then you're going to add 7 to solve for x. So this is x, 7, negative 7 plus 7 is 0, equal to 0 plus 7 is 7. So now you have two solutions, 3 and 7. There are possible solutions to this equation. So let's check. Checks, okay. Well, this one, I'm going to replace this to this equation. So we have 2 times x equals 3, right? Replacing here, I have 3 minus 5 equal to 1 plus square root of x, which is 3. I'm trying to checking for x equals 3, okay? So 3 minus 3. Now, once I replace 3 to the x on both sides of the equation, okay, I don't know if the left-hand side still equal to the right-hand side, so I put a question mark. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 5 equal to 1 plus 3 minus 3 is 0. So this is square root of 6 minus 5 is 1, equal to 1 plus square root of 0 is 0. Okay? And then this square root of 1 is 1, equal to 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 equal 1 is true. So that means x equals 3 is the solution. Okay? Now, don't forget to check x equals 7 also. So I'm going to erase this and make space. So we know that x equal to 3 is the solution. Okay, now let's check the x to 7. So checks x equal to 7. Okay, so replacing x equals 7 into this equation. So we have square root of 2 times 7 minus 5, okay, equal to 1 plus square root of 7 minus 3. Let's check. Square root of 2 times 7 minus 5 equal to 1 plus square root of 7 minus 3. So I'm just replacing 7. I don't know if the left-hand side is still equal. So I put question mark. 2 times 7 is 14 minus 5, question mark, 1 plus square root of 7 minus 3 is 4. Okay, so 14 minus 5 is 9, equal question mark, 1 plus. Now, 4 is 2 squared. And then the reason I want to write 2 squared because the index 2 here, if you have the index of this radical 2 matched with this exponent 2, that means you can simplify this radical. Again, 9 is 3 squared. And then you have 1 plus. Now you can simplify this as 2. And because the index of this radical is 2 matched with the exponent 2, you can simplify this radical to 3, equal to 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is true. So x equal to 7 is the solution. Is also a solution, okay? It is a solution. So it turns out both x equal to 3 and x equal to 7 are the two solutions to this radical equations. So let me make space and write one statement. So this is a conclusion. The solutions, or you can say 3 and 7 are solutions. Okay? Or the solutions are 3 and 7. Either way.